Hi there. Thank you for joining BOOKR Class, the library application for English readers. To make it easier for you to get started, we'd like to give you a brief and practical introduction of our app. First, let me explain the ways you can use the BOOKR Class app. I will guide you through the registration process and then show you what the application looks like. I'll explain its structure, the levels, and how your students can use the app. I'll provide you with one of our interactive books so you can see an actual digital interactive reader and its functions that can be handy when teaching English. The BOOKR Class app was created for teachers by teachers. However, we noticed that the concept and the format can be used effectively by parents at home too. Now I'll show you how teachers can get started with the BOOKR Class app. After downloading and opening the app, you'll see a tutorial video sequence that explains what you can do in the app. In order to use BOOKR Class first, you have to register. As this application is also used by children, online safety is our priority. Parental gates and consent to privacy policy are required when you need to provide personal data. The first step of the registration process is to choose your profile type. As a teacher, tap on the I'm a Teacher button and fill out the relevant information. After creating your account, you can add your own children to the system. It's important to know that this option is not for adding the students you teach, but for your own family members. When you click on Add Child, fill out your child's details, create a password for them, and hit Create Account. Alternatively, you can skip this part of the process. The next step is to choose your subscription. There are 3 options. If you want your own children to use the app at home, choose a monthly or annual subscription. The trial version on the right-hand side gives you the opportunity to try the app with your class with free access to the entire BOOKR Class package. This includes full access to hundreds of books, games, flashcards in the library, a teacher's dashboard access where you can register 5 students, and access to the desktop application. The trial version is available to you for 2 weeks for free. Here, you can see the many books BOOKR Class has to offer. To browse the library by levels, tap on the downward-facing arrow in the top right corner. Level 1 is for those who have just started to become familiar with the English language. On this level, you find picture books, nursery rhymes, songs, and easily understandable stories with simple, short sentences. As we go higher up the levels, the texts get more complex, full of useful phrases, grammar structures, vocabulary, and the content becomes more mature too. Level 4 is at the elementary level of A2. Level 5 and 6 are for teenagers at an intermediate level. These levels rely on language proficiency and the interests and preferences of the given age group with appropriate illustration styles. In the library view, you see a menu bar with different interests. When you tap on each of them, you find books relevant to that topic. The offline shelf contains all the books you have already downloaded. You can open these books offline anywhere without internet access.
Gordon from Boston.
With the help of the search option, you can filter books, flashcards, and karaoke songs. You can also use the search bar to find a book by title or a keyword. Our book for you is the lovely story of The Origin of Strawberries. When the book is selected, several icons are visible on the screen. At the top right side, the pictograms show the Lexile level of the book, the BOOKR level, and the coin the student earns after reading the book. There is also a short description of the book below. On the left side, you can see the cover of the book along with a few books at the same level or on the same topic. To start reading The Origin of Strawberries, tap on the purple play button and start reading. After starting the story, the narration of the book begins automatically.
When the world was new, there was one man and one woman.
However, by tapping on the Settings button in the top right corner, a window pops up and offers an option to switch off the narration and text highlighting. This can be set any time during reading. You can pause the story. There, the sequence of pages appears and you can tap on any page. Alternatively, use the arrows on both sides of the page to move forward or back a page. And now it's time for the follow-up. Each of the books in the library include many games, which reinforce the language focus of the text. The first game is a global comprehension check, which tests the understanding of the story. When the sentences are dragged onto the lines correctly, the feedback confirms the end of the activity. If a mistake is made, the app refuses to accept the item, so positive, encouraging feedback is guaranteed at the end. Don't worry, you'll see exactly how many attempts your students made in the teacher's dashboard. In the quizzes, the app accepts wrong answers, but in these cases, the correction appears along with the feedback.
Yeah! Woo!
The second game relies on reading comprehension and improves communication skills with simple and useful expressions. The third game practices target vocabulary but still requires reading comprehension skills and a good memory.
Where's the huckleberry?
If a game is too challenging, the reader can turn back pages and look at the illustration or listen to relevant parts again. At the end of each book, the app recommends other books at the same level and on the same topic. After reading a book, students are awarded a badge and a number of coins to motivate them to read more. If you go back to the library view in the top left corner, you find the credentials of your name. When you tap on this icon, you arrive at your personal dashboard inside the app. Here are the details of your profile, which you can edit, as well as notifications related to your activity in the app. In My Family, you can see your children's reading progress. From the first moment kids start reading with BOOKR Class, you can see how many coins and badges they have earned, how many consecutive days they have read for, and how much time they spend reading. Here you can also edit your child's data, and if you haven't done so yet, you can add a child to your profile. Just fill out the details of your child and hit Create Account. Under Subscription, choose a plan to purchase, and if you haven't done so already, you can also start the free trial, which gives you full access to the entire system for 2 weeks. In Settings, you can manage the storage of your device, delete any downloaded books that you don't wish to read anymore, and free up space. Set narration and text highlighting, but don't forget that you can always change these preferences during reading. This is a flexible, user-friendly way to learn English that is motivating, engaging, and entertaining for readers. Don't hesitate. Get started today.